What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the one and only CJ the Cheese DJ here, back with another Ark Insight video. And today we're looking at the Terror Bird versus the Raptor. As you can tell from behind, wow, really? That was rude, don't you think? You're gonna apologize for that, mate? That was disgusting, really. As soon as we started. Anyway, we're gonna get into it, test all their stats as per usual. If you guys haven't checked out their previous Ark Insight videos, pretty much what we do is we go through each of their stats, test them, determine which one's better, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do that, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos, all the subscribers and everything, all the new people that have come to join in and watch. Thanks very much, guys. It means a lot from this bushy, homeless-looking man right here in front of us. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let's get into the testing. Okay, so first up, we spawned these guys in at both level 1. Thankfully, they worked today and managed to spawn in at level 1. And the Raptor has a base health of 200, while the Terror Bird has a base health of 270, which you can see here, 270 there and 200 over here. Now, this makes the Terror Bird slightly more beefier than the Raptor, as the Raptor has a limited health pool in comparison to the Terror Bird. But for now, that's all determinable because we'll be testing their melee damage as well as their run speed and how much stamina they actually have. Okay, next up we tested their movement speed. Now both these dinos have a base movement speed of 120, so no further tests were needed. And you can see here the course was ran, and the Raptor managed to complete the course in 6.5 seconds. Now this is slower than the Terror Bird, which we'll show you up in a second, which actually surprised me quite a lot. Next up we used the Terror Bird to run, and he managed to complete the course in 6 seconds, which is much faster than the Raptor by about a second. So I was actually quite surprised at how fast the Terror Bird was in comparison to the Raptor, because I thought the Raptor would have been faster than the Terror Bird. Next up, we compared their stamina. Now the Raptor only had 150 stamina, while the Terror Bird had 160. Yet the Raptor was able to run for a total of 25 seconds without having to stop to rest, while full sprinting. The Terror Bird, however, has 160 stamina and was able to run for 32 seconds, an extra 7 seconds on top of the Raptor, making the Terror Bird a slightly better suited for long distance running. As you can see, he's quite efficient in using his stamina, as he lasts another 7 seconds on top of the Raptor. We then tested their jumping ability, and as you guys know, the Terror Bird has a slight different ability to the Raptor. He's able to glide or hover with his little tiny flapper wings and make a very special face while doing it. I'm not sure what kind of face that is, but we're just going to disregard that. Anyway, next up we tested their jumping ability. Now you can see here that the clear winner is the Terror Bird. There's the flag back there, there's the Raptor, there's the Terror Bird. You can see that the Terror Bird is the clear winner here. Due to it having the ability to use its tiny flapper wings to glide across terrain, it's able to achieve a higher, further distance than the Raptor was. Now, the downside of this ability is that it uses stamina while it's hovering, which is a slight disadvantage. However, if you bump its stamina up a little bit, there's nothing really to worry about. Next up, we tested their turning radius, and both dinos had pretty good turning radius. The Raptor was able to turn quite efficiently while walking as well as while sprinting. Now this bit always makes me really dizzy, sorry about that, guys. But as you can see, the Raptor's still got quite a good turning radius. However, my personal opinion, I think the Terror Bird has a slightly better turning radius, as you'll see shortly. You can see here, he pretty much closes the distance around him in himself walking speed pretty well, but his sprinting one as well is probably slightly tighter than the Raptor's is. And, you know, just the added bonus of the extra stamina and the faster movement speed makes him probably the better turner. Now, this is making me really dizzy, so we're going to stop doing that. Alrighty, guys, next up we're going to take a look at their melee damage. Alrighty, guys, next up we tested their melee damage. Now, as you can see, we're doing damage to the training dummy. However, this doesn't actually justify the amount of damage they actually do to dinos. This is just the damage they do to thatch structures. So we had to take our little formula and we timed their melee damage, as you can see, is 125.8. by their base damage, which in the Terror Bird's case is 18. So we did 125 times 18, and our resulting amount was 22. So to other dinosaurs, the Terror Bird does 22 damage to dinosaurs. We then tested the Raptor's damage, and he has the same amount of melee damage, 125.8, and we times it by his base damage, which was only 15. In total, the Raptor only does 18 damage per second to other dinosaurs, making it slightly weaker than the Terror Bird is. Next up, we took a look at their swim speed, and as you can see, the Terror Bird is definitely fast. Well, relatively fast for a land dinosaur, that is. He's able to move quite quickly through the water, in my opinion anyway. You get comparisons to the Carno and all that. As if the Raptor, though, he was slightly slower than the Terror Bird. As you can see here, he's kind of like a sloth in water. He's not really made very well for swimming in water. I mean, he's got his little tail at the back there, can turn that into a propeller and start propelling ourselves forward. But the Terror Bird wins in that category as well. Next up, we took a look at their torpor. Now, since these guys are only level 1s, they are pretty weak in their torpor level, so it took roughly 1 Trank Arrow pretty much to the head for the Raptor to knock out. So it took 2 Trank Arrows to the Terror Bird's head for it to knock out. As you can see here, it's slowly going up. It has double the amount of torpor the Raptor does, with 300. So it is slightly higher in torpor, and that scales with its level as well. The Terror Bird's torpor depletes at a rate of 1.7 per second, while the Raptor only depletes by 0.2 per second, which is quite astounding actually. There is quite a difference in their torpor. So the Raptor is slightly easier to tame, you will require less narcotics, while the Terror Bird is slightly harder to tame and will require much more narcotics. You can see here he's already down to half torpor bar, while the Raptor barely has hit 1/4 of his torpor bar. Alrighty guys, next up is the fight to the death. Now as you can see, we've just spawned in 2 new dinos, a level 37 Raptor and a level 37 Terror Bird. Reason for this is that they now have larger health pool, so the fight will last longer instead of using these level 1s. They've been useful for providing the stats, but now it's time for the big bad boys to let them rip. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to set these guys to aggressive and disown them so that they start fighting each other. So we're going to set aggressive to aggressive and unclaim him. And pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to watch them fight. Now, the Terror Bird did have the slight higher amount. Okay, we're under attack. There we go. There we go. And now they're fighting. Alright, sweet. So while they're going at it, we're just going to do a quick summary. Now, the Raptor is slightly weaker in pretty much all aspects. Oh, okay, that was a bit weird. The Raptor is weaker in all aspects except for weight, and you can see here he's just getting torn apart by the Terror Bird. Alrighty guys, so sorry about that little technical glitching there. I don't know why the game was just stuttering for a bit, but you saw that the Terror Bird was the clear winner, and why not? I don't see why he wouldn't be. He's got higher stats, he's got higher melee damage, higher stamina, higher movement speed, plus that beak just shreds everything. So my personal opinion, guys, today is definitely going to the Terror Bird, just because, not just because he won the fight, just because he's got overall better stats. However, Raptors are easier to tame for that early game kind of level, but once you get into it furthermore, you're probably better off taming a Terror Bird instead of the Raptors, just because they've got that extra glide ability as well as all the extra power behind them. So yeah guys, that'll be it for today. Now, a user did request in a previous video, his name will come up shortly, that he'd like a summary table at the end of it, and here it is guys, the summary table describing the dinos, what one's better in what stats, and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below. But yeah guys, thanks for watching and I will catch you in the next one.